Greetings, people of the world. Matthew back with you for the start of a brand new Let's Play. And today I decided I'm going to do a game that I haven't done in a long time, but have been wanting to do this on YouTube for quite some time. We're doing Rad Racer, and so we're going to get started here by getting started with our beautiful 328 twin turbo, and we're going to take this thing out on the course. And we're going to start by driving on course number 1, the Sunset Coastline. And so I love this game, and I also really love the music in this game. All three tracks for this game were just really awesome, and I love them so much. So, getting started here on this first course, and it's supposed to be the beginner course, but I actually find the next course to be easier than this one. And you'll see why when I get there. Yeah, as you can see, I have to get through all these back markers, and if you don't drive right, they can be quite problematic. And so, do everything you can to try and avoid contact with them, because later on in this game, they are really going to be, well, they're already starting to be a problem. Yeah, it's not uncommon to see these cars at times try and cut into front of you and try and block your path. So the point is that you have to, this is basically like an old school racing arcade game where you have to try and get from one checkpoint to another as fast as possible before the clock runs out. But unlike most arcade racing games, if you run out of time, you still can keep driving until you run out of momentum, which is very helpful, especially for first-time players. Really important to keep that in mind. And another really interesting thing about this game, other than the fact that I keep running into everything, is the fact that, unlike most 8-bit games... Whoa! Oh my god! Whoa! We're flirting with disaster here, and it's only the first course. That's why I said that I find the next course much easier. You're seeing why. Yeah, so anyway. Crap, I've lost my train of thought after flirting with disaster there. But that'll do that to you. So, as stated before, this is the Sunset Coastline, and we're seeing some evidence of that. The course is now actually under cover of darkness because we're now running through the night. But it'll eventually change back to day after we get to the next checkpoint. So yeah, things like that can happen when you are flirting with disaster in this game, and you have to be very careful with how you drive, because in this game, crashing even once can ruin your run and prevent you from getting to the end of the course. So you really gotta be careful. So yeah, as I was saying, back in the 8-bit era, it was very rare for a timer to run down the clock in real time. But if you pay attention to the clock in this game, that's exactly what's happening. I do have exactly 40 seconds left to complete this course, and that is the actual time. It's not sped up like it is in a lot of games like Super Mario Brothers. And that's really rare for an 8-bit game to have something like that. It's just something I find that's really interesting and unique about this game. And just the fact that you're driving on these really cool layouts of courses is just unbelievable. And the fact that you're driving against all these various types of cars is also awesome. They always have a different type of car for each course. So that's the first course. The Sunset Coastline is now out of the way, and next up will be course number 2, the San Francisco Highway. And so, this is probably my favorite course in the entire game, San Francisco Highway, because I find it to be probably the easiest course, and also I just find it to be really cool. And there's always one particular track. I always like to use track number 3 for the night courses, because it just seems to really have that really cool feel to have that sound with a course like this. So we're really going to be making hopefully a really good run here on San Francisco Highway. And San Francisco, I've always found it to be a really interesting city, but you know, these days, San Francisco, I have to say, it's a really weird contradiction how San Francisco is, because San Francisco is named after a real-life Catholic saint, yet it's the gay capital of America. I mean, how does that work? You know? It makes no sense. It's just one of those weird oddities about San Francisco that makes it so bizarre. Oh, look out! So, I just had to put that out there because it's such an unusual thing. San Francisco seems to be the city of oddities in America. Because you hear about stuff like that all the time. Of course, they also have really great sports teams like the 49ers and the Giants. Can't go wrong with those guys. So, looking to make my way through here. We've got some open road. This is definitely one of the few places in the game where you have an open stretch of road where you can try and max out your machine to its top speed, which is 255 kilometers an hour. I didn't quite reach it there. But yeah, this is definitely one of the longest straightaways in the game. And as you can see, I'm just driving by these cars like nobody's business. But some of the cars that are really slow, they'll become a problem later if I end up having any issues. So now that we got past that section, just want to try and keep it on the track. Like, you can crash in this game, and 82 seconds, wow! I think that's the best time that I've ever gotten getting up to this checkpoint is 82 seconds. I'm looking to have probably my best run ever here in San Francisco Highway. But yeah, you can crash like a couple of times max and still have a good shot chance at completing the course, but any more than that, it's like baseball, 3 strikes and you're out. And there'll be times when the cars will do that, where they'll cluster up like that and block every lane and prevent you from getting a really good advance. But this is the, I'm pretty sure, yeah, this is the end of the course, and this is what I like to call the eternity curve. It's a left-hand turn that just seems to go forever, and I have to ask if there's anyone out there who's like really into math and science. I would like to find out just how long this turn is, B, how much of a degree I'm turning in terms of rotation, and see how many times this turn loops over itself, because yeah, I think that was like 25 seconds or something that it took for me to complete that turn. So yeah, that's pretty crazy. But we're done with 2 courses, and we're gonna head on to our 3rd course, the Grand Canyon, in just a moment after a quick timeout, so don't go away.